vlog. I am so excited about this vlog because I am currently on holiday in Spain with my family. We've come here for 9 days and we're going to be going to 3 different locations. So right now I'm in Valencia, and then I'll be going to Arte and then Cartagena. So it's kind of the Murcian region of Spain. And so I'll probably be doing 3 vlogs that split up the 3 different locations, but I can't wait. We arrived yesterday, so today's actually my second day in Valencia. But yesterday after arriving, we kind of just settled in, went out to eat something, walked around the streets, just kind of wandering without a purpose, but just to explore the city and just feel that holiday relaxed vibe. So today we've all woken up really ready to just start actually doing some sightseeing, go to museums, and I really can't wait. It's been a while since I've gone abroad, and I just love that feeling of being somewhere new in a different culture, exploring something different, and I can't wait. I have my hairband in at the moment because I'm just doing my makeup. I'm just finishing that off, but I did pop into Sephora yesterday, and so I thought I would try this new product that I got out on camera because I've been looking for a highlighter for a while, but the ones that I tried out kind of were like glittery but didn't actually highlight that well. But yesterday I tried one out by Fenty Beauty, and the package looks like this, and the colour is called Starstruck, and it's the Match Sticks Shimmer Skin Stick. So I'll try that out now for the first time. We'll see how it is, but I feel like it'd be quite cute when it's summer to have that little kind of glowy shine. So the package is quite aesthetic as well. And it looks like it's easy to apply since it's just a stick that you put on, but we'll see soon enough. I've got a mirror here, so I'll be doing it with that. Kind of. I don't want to put too much, but I don't really know. Okay, that's it on, which obviously is just lines at the moment, but I have a brush that it's not necessarily the best brush, but it's just a random one that I have to kind of blend it in. Is that cute? I like it. I think it's got quite a creamy consistency, and it's obviously easy to apply because of the stick shape. The blending is a little bit more difficult, but like I said, this is just a random brush. I don't use makeup brushes really, but this is just one that I found in my bag. And I think the effect is quite good. I don't know if you can see in this lighting. Maybe when I go outside you'll be able to see it better, but I do think it's worked out quite well. So yeah, and I know that they also say with highlighter you're supposed to put like a bit on the end of your nose, like the top of your lip. The lighting in the bathroom isn't the best either. I should really be doing this somewhere else, but yeah, you probably can't really see it on camera, but I do think it looks quite good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah, so the plan for now is first I'm going to head to the bakery because yesterday we saw some bakeries nearby, so I'm going to pick up some pastries for breakfast, and then yeah, just start looking around. There's a cathedral, there's a ceramics museum, a bullfighting museum, plenty of things to see and do, so I'm really excited to try that stuff out. But first, oops, I'll just put on some colour on my lips before I head out as well. So I'll probably be putting on my Alex de Arenas lip balm because I just want something that's a bit more natural and kind of has a summery, I think the colour is called like raspberry, so it's got kind of a summery colour. And it's also good because it's moisturising for the lips, because I find that I get quite dry skin when I first travel. I think it's the plain that does it, because normally I have very oily skin. And then to give myself a bit of a glow on my lips, I'm going to put over the top of that my Dior Lip Glow Oil, the cherry oil, which for me is an essential. I feel like it gives such a beautiful colour and shine. Okay, that's the final look. So now I'm ready to head out, get some breakfast, and then, yeah, start my holiday. After stopping at the bakery for some fresh pastries, I headed to the Central Market, the largest fresh produce market in Europe, to pick up some fruit. The architecture alone is a reason to visit, with a beautiful iron structure and decorative references to orchards and gardens in Valencia. But it is also the best place to pick up some local food and Valencian delicacies. So we've just come back, we went to the bakery and then we ended up going to the Central Market in Valencia, which is this beautiful, really old, big market hall to pick up some fruit and yogurt and stuff like that. So I'll show you what we got for breakfast. This is our table that we've laid out. We have one pastry that's filled with jam and one that's got apples on the top. And then we also picked up from the bakery this brioche, which looks amazing, and I'm looking forward to trying that. And then at the market, we got some fresh Greek yogurt from the cheese stall. So that's going to be really nice, and some local Valencian honey, which we'll have with some fruits. We've got some wild strawberries, which they don't do in England, so I'm actually really looking forward to eating this, and then some figs and peaches, so just a really nice kind of holiday breakfast. And yes, I'm looking forward to eating that before we go out. So before I go out for the day, I actually thought I would do a quick little apartment tour for you guys, because I always share where I'm staying when I travel, and I'll link it in the description box below as well, so that if you're coming to Valencia, you might want to stay in this place. But it's such a cute apartment, so I just feel like I have to share it with you. First of all, because the apartment goes all the way across the building, and the views from both windows are stunning. So this is the view from the main living room, which is just a really cute kind of narrow Valencian street. You can see like the lovely balustrade below. And this is the main living room. So here is the kitchen area. And also one thing that I love as an architecture student staying here is the Catalan vaulting that goes all across the ceiling, which they painted over white, which is a shame because underneath it would have been exposed brick. But nonetheless, it's very beautiful with the exposed wooden beams. And so this is the sofa bed, which we have open because I'm sleeping here with my sister. Excuse the scruffy bed, but yes, we couldn't make it as pristine as the hotel people. But yes, this is the view, and it's lovely big windows which you can open up the doors of to get nice fresh air in. There's like a little seating area here, and the kitchen, which has a washing machine, dishwasher, everything you can need, a massive fridge. So it's pretty well stocked for just a tiny kitchen. And then here you move across to the dining table where we just ate breakfast. And yeah, that's the kind of main space. And then you come through here, and there's one big wardrobe here, another one here, lots of storage, more of these beautiful exposed beams. And then to the left is the bathroom, which I'll turn the lights on, where I was doing my makeup this morning. But it's a pretty basic bathroom, you know, shower, toilet, sink, but it does the job and it's really clean. Everything's really nice. And then through to here is the bedroom, which has even better balconies than the living room. Another kind of storagey space. The bed. And more of the kind of Catalan vaults on the ceiling, which are beautiful. And a nice mirror. So you can also see the outfit I'm wearing, which is just a black tube top. And then I have this lovely skirt, which is from Rouge, which is kind of like I mean, I would say woolly material, but it's not because it's really thin, but I just find it really beautiful. So that is the outfit check of the day. And then yes, like I said, more balconies, but what's great about this one is that behind the lovely wooden doors, you actually have a seating area, and it opens up onto the most beautiful view outside. Which I just love, because even just being in the apartment, you feel like you're part of the city. So when we're inside, we just kind of leave all the windows open all the time, and in the living room we open up the doors as well to get fresh air in, and also just to feel like you're still in Valencia. It's nice, you're not hiding away when you're in the apartment, like just from here, that view, if it will focus on the camera. I don't know, the lighting is harsh compared to the darkness inside, so you might not see, but it's just, it takes up the whole wall, so you really feel like you're just part of the city even when you're inside. I feel like now it's a bit more in focus, but it's so nice. So yes, I'm going to head out now and start going around and see the sights of Valencia. Plaza de la Reina, one of the most iconic spots in the city, was my favourite place to sit to enjoy an ice cream or a drink and soak in the atmosphere. I was lucky that it was right beside where I was staying, and so I spent most evenings sitting out there with my family. It is also the location of the city's most impressive building, Valencia Cathedral, which was the first place I visited. Built between the 13th and 15th centuries, its long construction time meant that the styles are a mix of Romanesque, Valencian Gothic, Renaissance, Baroque and Neoclassical, spanning whatever was in fashion during the course of its construction. The cathedral contains a relic of Saint Vincent the Martyr, the patron saint of Valencia. His left arm is kept in a special chapel dedicated to him, which is a little bit creepy if I'm being completely honest, but at least the marble sculptures around it are beautiful. What I particularly liked was that visitors can go downstairs to explore underground the cathedral. During restoration works, they stumbled across remains of Roman houses and streets, which today are preserved for tourists to look around. There are even human bones which were found and are estimated to date from the 8th century. The cathedral was beautiful, and thanks to the thick stone walls provided relief from the heat, but stepping back outside I was hit by how hot it was and decided to stop for an ice cream from Santa Catalina, which was honestly so delicious. I got 2 flavours, cinnamon and crema catalana, since they are quite unique, and the quality was amazing. Next I went to the Silk Exchange, an emblematic building in Valencia, which was made a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1996. The Llotja de la Seda, located near the central market in the city centre, was built in the 15th century to cater for the flourishing silk trade. The building is most famous for its grand trading hall, a masterpiece of late Gothic architecture. The interior is covered with a series of crossvaults resting on 16-metre-high columns, while the floor is paved with marble. The garden at the centre has a fountain and is filled with orange trees, like a little oasis hidden in the city. Of course, after seeing where the silk was traded, we had to head to the Museo de la Seda, the Silk Museum, to learn more about how the material was made and its importance in the city. The trade of silk was important to Valencia for over 3 centuries, and even today the traditional clothes worn at Valencian festivals are made of traditional silks. In the museum you can see examples of antique working looms and shelves where silkworms were bred, as well as historical clothes and materials. As someone who is really interested in crafts and anything handmade, I loved learning more about the craft of silk making, which I was not previously familiar with, and seeing all of the fabric stamps, tools, and even the ornate embroidery, it was all just so beautiful. The museum itself is the former headquarters of the Silk Makers Guild, which dates back to the 15th century, so not only were the clothes impressive, but also the rooms they were displayed in. Afterwards we were all getting hungry, and to our luck, just opposite the museum was a restaurant called Masía del Vino, which turned out to be amazing. Inside it was decorated traditionally with tiles and dark wood, and the food was all homemade. We enjoyed some Spanish beer and tapas, and I would definitely recommend eating here on your trip to Valencia because everything we ordered was really good. Then I went on to visit the Ceramics Museum, and arriving at the building I was blown away by the entrance before even stepping foot inside. Located in the Palacio del Marqués de Dos Aguas, it is considered to be the best example of Baroque architecture in Spain, and inside it houses the largest collection of ceramics in the country. Walking around the city, what always stood out to me were the beautiful hand-painted ceramic tiles that decorate the stairs, undersides of balconies, walls, floors. Basically, you can spot them everywhere, so I was looking forward to visiting a museum dedicated to them. In the museum, the pieces range from the 18th century to the contemporary period, including pieces by Picasso. They were collected by González Mártir, a passionate ceramics collector who the museum is named after today. I really enjoyed admiring the ceramics, which are a beautiful form of art, and dreaming about having a kitchen tiled with hand-painted ceramic tiles one day. So I'm back at the apartment. I've had such a busy day walking around Valencia and seeing so many different cultural sites in the city. I started the day off at the cathedral, then went to the silk market exchange building, then the silk museum, then I stopped for lunch at this amazing tapas place where we had a mix of different things. We had tortilla, croquetas with ham inside, and like a selection of cheese and Spanish hams, and what else did we have? Basically lots of things. Fried artichokes, which were also very good. So that was really nice, and it was inside this beautiful old restaurant that had a really nice vintage vibe inside. So it was kind of out a little bit further outside of the historical centre, but it meant that the prices were better and everything was really homemade and good. So I'll link it as well down below. So I really recommend it if you come to Valencia. It was really nice. And then afterwards, the Ceramic Museum. So all day it's just been a day of walking. So we came back to the apartment to just have a little bit of a rest. And we're about to head out again just to stroll around a bit, maybe sit for a drink outside. That'd be nice because the weather's still really lovely. But it's been such a good first day here. I've really enjoyed it. And the city is actually so much more beautiful than I even imagined it would be. Like, I knew it'd be good, but it's got above expectations. So I'm really happy with the trip so far. Good morning and welcome to another beautiful day in Valencia. The city is just starting to wake up. You can see the cafes are opening up and people are starting to come outside. And I've just gotten ready and had breakfast, and I'm ready to go out and explore a bit more of the city. I'm really looking forward to it. There are a few more things I want to try today in terms of food. So one of my main goals is to try some churros today that you dip in chocolate, because I've seen them around and they look delicious. And there's a few more museums I have on my list to visit, so I'll go and see those. But yes, I'm just super excited. I started the day by going to the Horchateria de Santa Catalina to tick trying churros off of my list. Right beside the Plaza de la Reina, this place has been around for 2 centuries and is the best place to try out sweet local delicacies. I got fresh churros and hot chocolate, the best in the city, which were really good, and I'd previously visited on my first day in Valencia to try traditional horchata, a refreshing Valencian drink made of tiger nuts with fartons, which are long pastries that you dip inside. Once I was all fueled up for the day, it was time to do some more exploring. We walked to the Iglesia de San Nicolas de Bari, a church which is considered the Valencian Sistine Chapel. Dating from the 13th century, it may from the outside appear as a simple stone structure, but this contrasts with the interiors, where every inch of wall is covered in the most beautiful frescoes, like a jewel box. The overall effect is so impressive, and when visiting, I just had to sit on a bench for a while to take it all in and admire the details. My eye was drawn to the reflection of the gold behind the altar on the floor, which looked just like water between the pews. But of course, mostly I was looking up. In fact, the restoration of the church is classified as the most important architectural and pictorial ornamental work ever carried out anywhere in the world, and that alone makes it well worth a visit. Next, I walked to the house museum of a famous Valencian painter, José Benlliure. Born in 1855 in Valencia, he studied painting and on recognition of his talent was later sent to study in Rome, where in 1903 he became director of the Spanish Academy until 1912 when he returned to Valencia and bought this house. Benlliure is known for the detail in his paintings, especially the flowers, that are a prominent theme in his paintings and are a nod towards Valencia, his hometown, and the city of flowers. His subject matter consists of ordinary daily scenes, such as taverns, farms, churches, festivals, markets, and bullfights. The museum was probably my favourite out of all the ones that I visited in Valencia, both for the beautiful paintings and for the garden behind the house. At the end of the garden, you can find the artist's studio, and I always enjoy seeing people's workspaces, so I found that particularly interesting to look around. So I've come to the house and gardens of a famous Valencian painter, and honestly I've never heard of this painter before, but walking around today I was so impressed by his artwork, and the gardens are just beautiful, and it's quite nice because they're tucked away in Valencia, so it's very peaceful and quiet and very cool walking around, as in like from the heat, with loads of palm trees and tiles, and honestly it's one of the most stunning places, probably one of my favourite places I've visited in Valencia so far, so I definitely recommend coming, but it's honestly such a joy just to wander around and explore. On my way back towards the centre, I passed a remnant of Valencia's medieval city walls, the Torres de Serrans.
Built at the end of the 14th century, they get their name from being in the northeast corner of the old city centre and the entry point for the royal road from the mountains. It is an important landmark and one of the best preserved monuments of Valencia, and climbing to the top you will find beautiful skyline views over the rooftops of the city. We've just climbed up the kind of city gates, like entrance to the city, and there are the most beautiful views of Valencia, honestly. It's really hard climbing up in this heat because there's a lot of steps and it is overwhelming, like it makes me feel a bit sick because it's so hot. However, it is worth it for the views, they are beautiful. And the building itself is stunning, very historical, and yes, I'm just really enjoying taking in the views because it's, I think, the only place we can get kind of skyline views of the city, so yeah, really worth it. So I've just come back to the apartment after having lunch, and oh my gosh, we had the best paella, which is actually originally from Valencia. So obviously I had to try it when I was here, and I've already had paella the first day we arrived. I had a seafood one, but today we tried the Paella Valenciana, which basically has chicken and rabbit meat, and then it had some beans and artichokes. And it's slightly different because I've never heard of that kind of paella before. Normally it's just seafood, but it was really, really good. And then for dessert, I got a cheesecake that had like a blueberry sauce, and oh, it was so good and creamy and refreshing. And it was such a great lunch. So we've just come back to go to the toilet, grab some water bottles and things, refresh ourselves before we head out again. But yes, it was very good. I could eat that every day. And like usual, I'll link the restaurant down below. So if you wanted to try it out when you're here, you can, because it was, the first restaurant we went to for paella wasn't as good because it was more touristy, and I feel like the paella was overpriced and not as good quality, but this one was hidden. It was in this really nice square down some back streets, which we just stumbled across, which personally is my favourite way of finding restaurants. The best ones we find are always unexpected, but it was really good, so I do recommend it. Good morning, so it's the next day, and actually it's my last morning in Valencia because today I'm leaving and I'm going to Arte, which is this nice seaside town. So I'm really excited to spend some days on the beach, sunbathing, swimming in the sea. Don't get me wrong, I love the city, but I'm ready to just go into full vacation mode and just relax. But yes, I'm leaving this morning, so I hope you enjoyed my vlog from Valencia. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to join me in more adventures, and I will see you next time. Bye!